Hey, what's up? I'm Dominique, and today I'm here to show you how to achieve the perfect springtime makeup look with beautiful glowing skin and springtime colors. And of course, I'll be sharing with you my favorite makeup tips along the way, so you too can have the perfect springtime look. And no more gatekeeping, because these products along with these techniques are really gonna make your makeup look flawless, especially in person. And that's exactly what we are going for this springtime. So without further ado, let's get started on the springtime glam. So for the springtime glam, we really want our skin to be as beautiful and as glowy as possible. So skin prep is going to be everything here. So I already moisturized my skin with this e.l.f. Holy Hydration Daily Moisturizer, and this is amazing to wear underneath foundation. So now I'm going to take the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops by Glow Recipe, and I'm just going to apply a little directly to my cheeks, and I'm telling you just a little bit, about half of a pump on each side. You don't want to add too much of anything that you prep your skin with, whether it's moisturizer, a serum, primer, anything like that, because if you add too much to your skin, you can actually cause your makeup to break up, and that is the last thing that we want. Now these dewdrops are amazing for giving your skin a beautiful glow, and they feel really nice and hydrating on the skin as well, so it kind of acts as a second moisturizer. And plus it dries down slightly tacky, so it's amazing to wear underneath foundation because it's going to act as a second moisturizer and a second primer. A little 2-in-1 duo if you ask me. So now moving on to primer, I'm going to take the REFY Glow and Sculpt Face Primer, and this primer right here is absolutely amazing, especially if you want that glowy look. I really just love that this primer has a roller tip applicator. It is so unique. You just roll it onto your skin like this, and it feels so cooling and very hydrating on the skin. It's kind of like a little spa moment, which is why I really love it. I mean, this primer really gives you a whole experience when you use it, and it feels as lightweight as a serum would, so I just love that on my skin. These two products together are really going to make your skin look amazing and glowy and hydrated and perfect for springtime. So after I applied the primer, I'm just going to let it sit and soak into my skin before I apply foundation on top, just to let it have its moment and really get the skin prepped for foundation. So in the meantime, I'm gonna do a little eye look, and just watch how easy this is. So to start off this eye look, I'm just priming my eyelids with some concealer. I love me concealer for eyeshadow primer. It is undefeated. It's really just a beautiful full coverage base for your eyeshadow to just look amazing on top of. And the concealer that I'm using today is a Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Awakening Concealer, and I have the shade 180. So now I'm gonna take the eyeshadow palette that I have been obsessed with recently, and this is the Makeup by Mario Master Neutrals eyeshadow palette. I really just love her, and I did a whole review on this palette, so if you want to go see that, I'll link it right here to this video so you can go ahead and check it out just in case. With a really fluffy blending brush, I'm going to take the shade number 4, and I'm just going to place it directly in the crease using some windshield wiper motions, going from the inner corner to the outer corner, back and forth. And then when I feel like there's nothing really left on my brush, I'm going to bring it all the way up to my eyebrow just to finish off the blend and diffuse any harsh edges. And I really just love this palette because all the shades in here are really neutral, so they're not too warm. So if you're looking for something that just has a nice neutral brown, this palette is it. And every single time I do my eyeshadow, I never set my eye primer before applying the eyeshadow directly onto the lid. I think it just looks a lot more vibrant that way. And once you get over the weird feeling of trying to blend it out over something that's kind of creamy, you'll see the magic, I'm telling you. So now with the same fluffy blending brush, I'm just going to take the shade number 8, and I'm going to place it directly into the crease, but I'm keeping it lower than the first shade that we applied. And I'm going to concentrate most of the pigment on the outer V, and I'm just going to do this by stamping the shade onto my lid. And then once I feel like all the color has come off my brush, I'm going to start using windshield wiper motions to bring it into my inner crease. And now I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush that has no eyeshadow on it, even though it kind of looks like there's eyeshadow on it. It's just stained. I wiped it off, don't worry. And I'm just going to use this to just blend out any harsh edges. And this is really nice because it's not applying any color whatsoever. It's just blending. And it's always good to keep a clean brush on hand, whether it's an eyeshadow brush or a clean powder brush, just to blend out anything that needs to be blended out. And I call this my in case of emergency brush, because you never know when it's going to come in handy, just like right now. Okay, so now all the shadow in my crease is completely blended out and there's no harsh edges at all. So now I'm going to take this beautiful e.l.f. liquid eyeshadow in the shade Moon, and it's really beautiful. It's kind of like a rose gold shade, so it's going to go perfect with this look. And I'm just going to apply it directly on the lid, and I'm going to focus more in the inner corner with this. And now once I laid it down super messily, you can either go ahead and tap it in with your finger or with a brush. I prefer to use a flat eyeshadow brush to do this because it's a little bit more precise and you can really focus the blend with this. So I'm just going to tap it out into my crease, and I kind of just want to diffuse any harsh edges. Okay, it's looking super cute so far, but I think I want to go in with a second layer just to give it a little bit more of an intense pop on my lid. Because I'm extra, and you already know this, I just love glitter and I love shine, so it really needs to come through with this this look, especially for spring. e.l.f. is seriously one of my favorite makeup brands ever. Oh my gosh, they make amazing products and it's so affordable. I seriously have no idea how they do it. It's iconic and I actually get excited for all the new products that they come out with. So that's how you know. That's how you know you're an amazing brand. This look is super easy to create and I know you'll be able to do it too. And you cannot tell me that this e.l.f. liquid eyeshadow does not slay. So moving on to foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Skin Tint. And in this, I have the shade 120. And since it's springtime and we're going to be outside and we're going to be in the sun, we want our skin to look as natural and as beautiful and as glowy as possible. So something lightweight like a skin tint is really going to be perfect for this look. So I'm only going to start off with a little bit on each side of my cheeks. And I'm really going to test the limits with this foundation because I want to see how much it can cover with only using the tiniest amount of product. And by only using a little bit of the foundation, your natural skin is going to show through a lot more and it's going to look beautiful, especially when you're outside in person. And just with that little amount of foundation, my skin is looking pretty even and glowy. It covered up about half of my face, so I love that. I really love this skin tint because it just simply looks like skin and it has a beautiful glow to it, which I am obsessed with. Like right here on the cheek when the sun hits that and it just shines and it looks so natural and beautiful, it's like, yes, I love that. And that's exactly what the springtime glam is gonna give, don't worry. So now I'm gonna take my Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Awakening Concealer and I'm just gonna conceal underneath my eyes and a few high points in my face with this concealer. For the springtime glam, it's important to make sure that our under eyes are covered, bright, and beautiful. So using a concealer shade that's slightly brighter than your foundation shade is really gonna be the key to success here. And I'm gonna highlight on my nose, in between my eyebrows, and my chin as well. And this Haus Labs concealer brush is one of my all-time favorite concealer brushes. I mean, I love the way that it's shaped and I love how it just gets into the eyes so beautifully. And oh my gosh, do you see how beautifully this concealer is brightening up my under eye and it gives my skin a beautiful glow as well? This is so good. And also, I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. I know I'm a smaller YouTuber at the moment, and quite honestly, you are taking a chance by watching my videos because I'm a smaller creator and you never know what it's going to be when you watch a smaller creator, right? So thank you so much for being here and coming along with me on my YouTube journey. I am loving it so much. I love posting these videos and interacting with you and sharing my love for makeup. Seriously, there's nothing better. And I seriously look forward to making these videos every week. There's something about it that just makes me so happy and it's kind of like my break from reality, you know? I mean, I get to sit and chit chat with my besties, you. And honestly, there's nothing I love more. So seriously, thank you so much for being here and I'm just so glad you're here. So after I apply my foundation and my concealer, I always like to take my beauty sponge and I like to just press it into my skin to give it that smooth and flawless look, which is seriously an amazing hack. But I've discovered another makeup hack. So before I press my foundation and concealer into my skin with my beauty sponge, I like to take a glowy setting spray. And this is the Doll Buff First Spray Serum. And let me tell you something about this spray. It is like the most beautiful glowy spray in a bottle. I'm not kidding. I've gone through multiple bottles of this and I love it so much. And I've not found another spray that gives my skin the amount of glow that this one does. It's insane, truly. I'm just gonna spray this all over my skin, okay? I'm gonna get it drenched with this spray. And I'm gonna cover my eyes when I spray so I don't get it on top of my mascara and my eyeliner because I do not want it to run. So just everywhere, all over. So then I'm gonna let it air dry a little bit and you can already see the glow starting to appear as it dries down. This right here is like magic. I'm not kidding. This is a magic in a bottle. Okay, so now that my face is almost dry, I'm gonna take my beauty sponge and I'm just gonna spray a little bit on the back of my beauty sponge. So then with the towel, I'm just gonna dab a little bit of the spray off onto it just so that you don't break up your makeup, you know? And then I'm gonna go ahead and press in my foundation and my concealer all into my skin. And I'm gonna do this for a solid 30 seconds on each side, honestly, because the more you sit here and do this and press it into your skin, the more natural your foundation and concealer is gonna look. I'm not kidding. Okay, so now with one of my favorite setting powders, this is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting powder in the shade Peach Pie. Honestly, this is one of my favorite powders of all time. Everyone always asks me, what powder do I use to set my face with? And it's either this one or the Hourglass powder, always. So now I'm gonna pick up a little on my brush and I'm gonna tap off the extra because I only wanna lightly set underneath my eyes right now. So I'm just gonna set underneath my eyes super lightly, and that is it, just underneath my eyes, because I do not want this concealer to crease. I will forever and always be a Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting powder fan. Seriously, I love her. Okay, and that is it. That's all I'm gonna use for powder right now. So now it's time to add a little bit of color to my face, and it's all gonna start with some cream bronzer. So today I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in the shade Medium. And let me tell you something about this product right here. She is so slept on, it's almost almost criminal, I'm serious. This is one of the most lightweight and beautiful cream bronzers I've ever tried. So with the cream bronzer in a jar like this, I'm just gonna take a little brush and then I'm gonna pick it up onto the brush and I'm gonna apply it directly to the cheeks. And I might have picked up a little bit too much, but it's okay because we will fix it, don't worry. But you can see right here how easily it blends out. It blends like butter, I'm not kidding. And I also love that the formula is super glowy, so it's gonna give your skin the most natural and radiant finish, which is obviously perfect for this look. And honestly, Makeup by Mario named this product right because it looks like your skin, but even better. It's literally a skin enhancer. You can apply this directly on top of powders as well because that is how good of a product this is. I really just love it, and this is so perfect for this look. And it's giving my skin the most beautiful and bronzed, glowy look. And that really is the vibe for this spring. And of course, I'm just gonna tap the cream bronzer into my skin with my beauty sponge, and this is gonna make it look so much more natural and so much more flawless. This is really my favorite makeup hack that I do every single time I apply a cream product to my skin. Every time too. Every time. Moving on to blush, I'm going to be using my favorite liquid blush of all time. And if you know me, you would know that it's e.l.f. Camo liquid blush all the way. Hands down, I'm so in love with these liquid blushes. They really killed it with these. From the shades to the way that they blend to the way that they look on the skin, this is seriously everything. So of course, I have to use it today. Seriously, I use it almost every single time I do my makeup. It's insane. I have never loved a liquid blush the way that I love these. I really sound insane, don't I? And today I'm going to be using the shade Pinky Promise. Now, if you know anything about these liquid blushes, you would know that they are insanely pigmented and you could easily add way too much. So my recommendation of how to apply this is starting off by applying some to the back of your hand, just like this, and then taking a little brush and pick up the product directly off the back of your hand onto the brush. And then you could tap some off on the back of your hand as well, but then you can go in with your brush and directly apply it to your cheek, and it just gives it that really soft blended look right off the bat. You do not have to break off your arm trying to blend this out because it could easily turn into a mess. And I'm just warning you from my own personal mistakes that I've made when I've tried this out, especially the more pigmented colors like this one. You just gotta be careful, and honestly, less is more because then you can build it up that way and then you won't regret it. And you can see that the pigment is still there no matter what you do. And then to make it look a lot more natural, I'm gonna take my beauty sponge and I'm gonna press it into my skin, of course. And since it's springtime, I thought what a better color to use than a nice bright pink. And of course, this blush slayed as always. So since we want our skin to look extra glowy, I'm just gonna spray this all over once more. Yes, I know it's extra, but I have to do it. And then I'm gonna let it dry. And in the meantime, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. Okay, so now the eyes are completely done. And all I did was take a tiny pencil brush in the shade number 8, and I just scratched it along my lower lash line, and I built it up so it was very pigmented. And with a tiny fluffy blending brush in the shade number 4, I just went ahead and I blended out shade number 8. And then of course, since it's springtime, I took my favorite white pencil eyeliner, and this one is by NYX, and I just added it in my waterline for a little extra pop. And if you're curious about any of the products that I've mentioned so far in this video, I'll link them all down in the description box just in case you want to go ahead and check any of them out. Now you could totally stop your look right here if you'd like, but I'm a little bit extra, so I like to set my creams in place with powders. So what that means is that I'm going to take this powder bronzer from Hourglass, and this is the shade Luminous Bronze Light, and I'm just going to lightly dust it all over the areas where I placed my cream bronzer just to set it in place and make it look a little bit more vibrant and make it last a little bit longer as well. If you've never tried out this powder bronzer from Hourglass, you totally should. This is one of my all-time favorites. I love it so much. It has a little bit of shimmer in the formula, so when you apply it to your skin, it looks so nice, radiant, and beautiful. And I really love the way that this looks on my skin, and every single time I wear it, especially to work, people always compliment my bronzer and ask which one I'm wearing. And this bronzer is absolutely perfect for the springtime glam because we want the most beautiful, natural, radiant skin, and this bronzer will do just that. So now it's time to set the cream blush into place with some powder blush. And I just got this beautiful blush duo from Patrick Ta in the shade Just Enough. And you can see that this is literally the definition of a springtime pink. It's the most beautiful, cool toned baby pink, and I'm so here for it. I'm so excited to put it on my cheeks today, and I think it will be the perfect addition to this look. So I'm gonna just start off by applying the powder bronzer to my cheeks, and I'm only gonna use a little bit. And I love how it's brightening up my cheeks so much because it's giving pure spring vibes. Ah, look at how cute this blush is. I love it so much. Patrick Ta really did his thing when he created these blushes. I'm not not kidding. I think I need every single shade of these blushes because that's how obsessed I am. If you try it out, you will not be disappointed, that's for sure. So Patrick Ta always says that he likes to apply the powder blush and then the cream blush on top because the cream blush has more of a glow finish to it. So I'm just gonna top off the blush with a little bit of this cream blush. And the cream is way more sheer than the powder, so it's really easy to layer with. And this look is definitely very blushy, but I think that is perfect for springtime. She's giving everything she needs to. I just really love it, okay? Now with the Huda Beauty powder, I'm just gonna bake my face slightly just to clean it up a little bit. So I'm just gonna run a straight line of powder underneath my bronzer. And now I'm gonna let the powder sit onto my face as I finish up the lip. And what would a spring makeup look be without highlighter? We want our skin to be glowing to the gods for this one. So we definitely need some highlight. So for highlight today, I'm going to be using one that has never failed me. And this is the ColourPop Super Shock highlighter in the shade Flexitarian. And you can see that this baby has been used, it's broken, it's destroyed, it's dirty, but that's because I use it all the time and it's so beautiful. The way that this just shines on my cheeks is just unreal. And it does not look powdery or chunky or glittery at all on the skin. It looks so beautiful. I mean, do you see this? Yes, yes, yes. This is so good. And honestly, you cannot forget the nose highlight. Oh yes, my skin is looking so beautiful, so springtime, and so glowy. And I'm here for it. I love every second of it. And yes, do I have a lot of blush on? I do. I have to say, I do. Okay, so now it's time for the lip combo. And I guess I'm going to be showing a lot of love to Makeup by Mario today because these two lip products that I'm using are both Makeup by Mario lip products. So first I'm going to start off by lining my lips with the lip liner in the shade Lauren. And this is one of my all-time favorite lip liners. It's so good, so pink, so beautiful. Just wait till you see it on. The shade is so perfect for spring because it's the most beautiful pink rosy color and it's really channeling all the springtime vibes. So now I lined my lips and I just filled in the corners and I left the center blank because that is where the lipstick is going to have its moment to shine. So now I'm going to go in with the Makeup by Mario matte lipstick in the shade Aaron and I'm just going to apply it all over my lips. I love this shade. It's like a cool toned neutral dusty rose. I also really love these lipstick formulas by Makeup by Mario. They are so comfortable even though it's a matte lipstick. It does not feel dry and crusty at all. It's so good. And now I'm just topping off the lip combo with this Jisoo lip oil in the shade Watermelon Sugar. This has to be my favorite lip oil of all time. Jisoo really slayed the lip oil formula. I'm not kidding. It's so glassy and so soft and smooth. It's a honey infused lip oil, so it kind of does have this weird honey taste to it. But since this is the shade Watermelon Sugar, it's also kind of flavored to be like watermelon as well. And I really just cannot get over how beautiful this lip oil is. It's actually insane. Especially when you see it in person, your mind is just going to be blown. It is so beautiful. The shimmer in this is just insane. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed with this. This is so good. I love me Jisoo lip oils. I need them all. And I'm going to insert a video that I took on my phone to show my friend immediately when I got this how beautiful it really is. I mean, look at the shimmer. Can you believe that it's real? Because I cannot. This lip oil is insane and honestly, I'm obsessed if you cannot tell. I love it so much. And of course, this lip combo is really giving spring. And now I'm going to dust off the bake. Do you see how it just cleaned up my blush and bronzer and made it look a lot more clean and smooth? That is why I bake. But anyway, I'm going to give my skin one last final spray with the setting spray because we need to look as glowy as possible. All over, I'm going to really drench my skin with this. I want it to be as wet as possible. And when I do that, my skin is just going to have the most beautiful glow to it. And that's it. Here's today's final springtime glam look. What do you think? My skin is looking so beautiful, glowy, radiant, hydrated, and everything in between. These products really slayed today, and I love the way that it turned out. Springtime is the perfect time to play with a little extra color in your makeup and to give your skin the most hydrated glow. And I think that's exactly what we did today. And it's truly giving maximum springtime vibes. And I love to see it. So of course, let me know what you think about this look down in the comments below. And if you've ever tried out any of these products, let me know which one is your favorite because I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. I had so much fun. And I'll be back next week with a brand new video. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss when I upload my next video. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you on the next one. Oh, and P.S. don't forget to subscribe so that we can become besties. I love that for us.